All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So it says right here, Russia warns the United States that strikes on Iran would have catastrophic consequences. So if you haven't heard, Trump has announced that he wants to really hurt Iran, and there's been some news that Israel also plans to do a massive retaliation or massive strike on Iran very, very soon. And Iran has basically told America that they're ready, right? Iran has basically told America to bring it on. Now,
China says that this is a joint operation between its
we're going to watch this with China and Taiwan situation going on so far.
Army, Navy, and Air Force, that it is using its newest aircraft carrier, the Shandong, and it is basically gathering around the island of Taiwan. And the goal here, it's made very clear, is to practice and prepare for a potential invasion of the island, territory that Beijing considers its own. And as a result, we've seen Taiwan's military scramble its own fighter jets in response. So it is a very tense situation there. Now, why is Beijing doing this now? Well, China says that this is a firm warning against Taiwan's democratically elected government and its leader Lai Ching-te, a leader that Beijing considers a separatist and therefore a troublemaker. We had in March 13, Lai Ching-te give a press conference where he referred to China as a foreign hostile force, and that infuriated China. And Lai Ching-te was talking about how Beijing has been ramping up its military exercises against the island, and that is true. We had two similar major military drills undertaken by Beijing's PLA last year, one in May, another in October, and pretty much every month it's been sending its air force to scramble fighter jets around Taiwan. And in addition to these exercises, we've had a flurry of propaganda material being released, videos and posters referring to Lai again as a parasite, and the theme of a lot of this propaganda has been closing in on the enemy. So here it's really about intimidation of Taiwan.
Right, so it seems like China, in a way, wants to gather all the Asian countries, but they specifically want Taiwan. And if you don't know what's happening in Taiwan, it's either in Taiwan or Thailand. There's this thing with chip making, and it's either Taiwan or Thailand that has the most important chips, right, for this increasing technology that's been going on. And China wants that. So as case there's propaganda, and it seems as though China is pretty much getting ready to invade Taiwan at any moment. And seems as though China wants to make Taiwan regret being an ally of America. So we got war with Iran coming soon, and China being ready to invade Taiwan. Right. Now, let's go here. It says in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and elements shall melt with a fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up." Right, so nuclear fire is getting ready to come. But this is where our part comes in, brethren, as Israelites. Lord willing, we are the elect. It says, verse 11, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" Verse 12, "Looking forward and hastening unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness." Right. So we know that this world is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. We know that this world is going to be melted up. We know that this world doesn't have much time left. And we know that Yahweh Shai is coming soon to prepare his rule, where righteousness dwells, right? And we have an earth that's refreshed, that's not constantly bombarded by chemtrails and polluted air. Now let's get Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. There I will put them on trial for what they did to my inheritance, my people Israel, because they scattered my people among the nations and divided up my land. Right? I like this version a lot. Right? Now, the valley of Jehoshaphat is definitely in the east, right? In the Middle East. And so, seems like the preparations for the valley of Jehoshaphat is definitely being made with America trying to start with Iran and Israel starting with Iran. So we're going to see how this plays out. So far, Trump just put a 25% tariff on every car in the world besides America. So, and you know what happens before a country goes to war. Sometimes what will happen is a country will be poor and they'll see that the only option they have is to go to war. So America's about to become very, very poor very soon, and they will have to go to war. And that's what they're doing right now. So I hope this lesson was very edifying to the hopeful elect and the elect. And thank you to the elders, apostles, and brethren who help teach me this truth. Shalom.